When recovering from an injury or medical condition, there is no better place to do so than your own home. And here to tell us more about what Home Rehab Express can do for you or a loved one is Marcos Porras with Home Rehab Express and also Dr. Sharon Witt. Good morning to you both. Great to see you. Today's topic is hypothyroidism, but before we get into that, Marcos, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about Home Rehab Express and what you guys can do for them?
Sure. Home Rehab Express, we are a home health agency that's Medicare accredited, and we provide ancillary services at home, post-operatively, or whatever ailment that you might have with nursing, physical therapy, and excuse me, occupational therapy services.
So when it comes to things like hypothyroidism, you know, it's a great service to help manage symptoms, or if you're in a situation where maybe you're recovering from surgery, also a great resource. Dr. Witt, what is hypothyroidism?
Hypothyroidism is a condition where you have a low-acting thyroid gland. The thyroid gland sits low in the anterior part of our neck here, and the thyroid secretes hormones. Those hormones are responsible for our body's metabolism. Metabolism is the rate of which our body processes things. So it can control things like heart rate or the rate at which we burn calories.
And we were kind of chatting during the break. I've actually been diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. So there's hypo and then there is hyper. So what is the difference between the two?
Absolutely. So hypo is low. So low-acting thyroid, typically you have less of the thyroid hormones. Hyperthyroid is the opposite. So it's an overactive thyroid with an increased amount of thyroid hormones.
And what type of symptoms would you notice, or maybe a doctor notice, if you do have problems with your thyroid?
Sure. For a low-acting thyroid, the most common things seen are changes in your energy level, so feeling fatigue or feeling sluggish. As the body's metabolism rate starts to decline, persons can experience things like constipation, dry skin, sensation of feeling cold or being very sensitive to cold temperatures. When it's severe, a thyroid can actually cause things like depression. It can cause an enlarged thyroid gland, so it could be visibly enlarged. It can cause changes in females' menstrual cycles, and it can cause difficulty either losing weight or actual weight gain.
Even we talked about changes in your hair even, so if you're noticing things like that. And I think it's interesting too, because a lot of times when you are not feeling well, I think sometimes it's often overlooked. So certainly, would you say have those thyroids checked if maybe you do certainly notice a lot of those symptoms?
Absolutely. Sure, you're exactly right. So the symptoms of thyroid are considered vague. So they can, a lot of different things can cause those similar symptoms. So it's important to see your doctor, because they might ask you about symptoms that you didn't realize that you were having. And if those things seem to be related to the thyroid, your doctor is going to do a good physical exam, check for the body symptoms that the systems of the body that the thyroid can affect, and then perhaps order some blood testing. And that's where we can really tell what the thyroid hormones are.
I was always told you do not know how bad you are feeling until you have had it fixed. So, and it was great advice. I mean, because you really don't realize sometimes that how much it could be suppressing your overall health.
Absolutely. So I get that a lot with patients, that once they start taking the medicines, they were things they didn't realize were wrong. And then once those things just got back to normal, they felt much better.
Well, and as we close here, Marcos, tell everybody if somebody maybe needs some help managing these symptoms, how you guys can play a role in that with Home Rehab Express.
Absolutely. We've got nurses that will run out and make sure that you're taking your medications appropriately, and just monitor through the guidance of the doctor the appropriate medical regime.
And what's the best way to get in contact with you guys? Would you tell them to pick up the phone and call, maybe head to your website?
Yeah, it's just simply homerehabexpress.com.
Great information. Thank you both so much for joining us. It was great to have you on. And if you'd like more information on what they talked about, head online to our website. We'll have it all right there at fox4morningblend.com.
Okay, there are thousands of anti-aging treatments claiming to get rid of under-eye bags, but do they work? Up next, you've probably seen the amazing results online. We'll discuss how Plexaderm can give you a smoother, more youthful appearance without a trip to the doctor or those painful needles.